Hello and welcome back to Champions and Beyond. I hope we are going live. Maybe not. There we are. We have gone live. Right. So welcome back to Champions and Beyond. What we are doing this evening is we are going to have another attempt at completing the Living Card Gamers monthly challenge, which runs until December the 1st. I think Nelson has said that the challenge is going to flick over. Now, it's been quite a while since I did some of the original challenges, and it's something that I've been wanting to get back doing because it does kind of really push you with your deck building. I think it's a fantastic way to have a new challenge, hopefully every month. I'm hopefully going to start doing these. The scenario, I have posted some details in the description. So we are playing Mutagen Formula with the Band of Badoon, and we are using the Goblin minion from the Fantasy set from the Mojo Mania pack. We are only playing on standard. I have got the expert cards off to one side in case we do want to have a go with expert. The task of this part of the challenge is to get as many goblins engaged with you at one point you can during the game. So because we start with a Goblin Thrall and Green Goblin is a Goblin, we are guaranteed to have 2 during the game. Now, I think, and I'm going to forget the name of the guy whose idea this challenge was, and I do apologise. I did look it up earlier. No Feet McGee, I think it is, and I think he managed in the end with Storm to get, it was either 23 or 24 engaged with him. And I know Nelson has done this as well with, I believe it was the Vision Minion Collector deck. I didn't want to go for either of those because obviously they've been done, but I liked their ideas of basically reducing every goblin's attack down through different ways. So I have gone for Nova, and we are going to try and use a card that I hardly ever break out, and that is Height Advantage, which is an upgrade. You have to have aerial, so we've gone for Nova, and any attack that comes into you is reduced by 1 while you have it out, and then it gets discarded at the start of your next turn. I'm also using Pinpoint, which is a champion ally, to hopefully shuffle those height advantages back into the deck so that we can draw through and get them. Now, I will share a deck list when I can edit the rest of the description, but let's get into the game. So we've put the Goblin Thrall out. We have 2 threat on the main scheme. This is the Nemesis set. That's why I've got some cards just there, but let's draw up our opening hand. So 6 cards. So we've got 2 pin downs early. We've got the double. I think we'll keep a double, but we'll get rid of everything else. Okay, that's not terrible. We got the pot shot. So, although we do have some cards that we can't really make the most of at the minute. So what we're going to do, we will spend the power of protection as a wild to go and search for the helmet. It's at the bottom, so now that gives us aerial, which will allow us to start unlocking the rest of the deck. But we didn't get height advantage, so the Goblin Thrall does have guard as well, so probably while we try and build out and get some of these combos going, we will flip up. We're going to clear the guard just so that we've got some options to deal some damage. So I think we are going to spend a wild to do a pot shot to take out the thrall. We are going to punch Green Goblin for 1, bringing him down to 15, and ready the helmet. We are going to spend What Doesn't Kill Me and the helmet to do an Ever Vigilant and remove the 2 threat from the main scheme, which will ready Nova. We will punch Goblin for another 1. Ready the helmet. We will use the helmet and the energy to play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and we will give him +2 attack, so he attacks for 4. Bringing Goblin down to 10. Might as well try and go through a bit of Goblin at the beginning, and then we will try and sit and stall and get as many minions as we can. So draw 5. We've got an energy barrier. We get to draw another one because we've got connection to the world mind. We've got Moon Girl. Lovely, and we've got the mental resources to pay for it. So we go on to Goblin's turn. We've readied up. We add 1 threat onto the main scheme. Goblin is going to attack us for 2. Before I forget, Miles should have a damage. He is going to attack us for 4 total, which then would add a threat to the main scheme because of Green Goblin's forced response. We are going to get an encounter card, which is a Goblin Soldier. So let's make a start. So we are going to use Genius and we're going to use Genius and the helmet to play Moon Girl. We get to draw 3 cards because obviously the helmet is a wild. We would do that as a mental resource. Okay, we will spend the power of protection to put down an energy barrier. We are going to use Moon Girl to threats out 7, so we should be fine. We're going to use her to thwart 2 to clear that. Yeah, because it's going to be 3 plus a boost. We shouldn't lose the main if we do flip down. Yeah. So we will punch for 1. We're going to put it on the Goblin Soldier, and Spider-Man is going to punch for 2, putting it again on the Goblin Soldier. So we will just whittle him down to kind of nearly dead. Oh, lost a token. We will find that later. That will ready the helmet. We are going to spend 2 and the wild from the helmet to play a med team. Just trying to thin our deck at the minute and provide some healing. And then we will flip down. We're going to hold on to the 2 cards we have in hand, because we can clear threat when we flip up, and that one doesn't count towards our hand size. So we get pinpoint and we get pinned down, which isn't fantastic. Depends on what comes out. We have 2 light speed flights, 2, 4, and that one doesn't count. Jesse, another connection to the world mine, so that one doesn't count. And Hangar Bay. So Hangar Bay is going to be useful when we get the Daredevil protection ally, which we currently haven't got. So Spider-Man will have taken another damage. We ready back up. And that is it. So we're going to add 1 threat on. Green Goblin is going to scheme for 1 and put the Goblin Soldier into play. So now we're up to 3. So I will use this to track our maximum that we have at one time. So he's going to scheme for 1, and both of these are going to scheme for 1. So we have 4 threat in total on the main scheme. Going to get an encounter card, which is Death from Above. So he's going to scheme again with +1 scheme. So 1, 2, 3. So we are going to lose the main. Oh, that's disappointing. And the Badoon Lieutenant would give it an extra 2. So we do lose the main. It wants to be, yeah. Okay, so this is the worst possible for this one, because now we're going to increase the threat each turn by the amount of goblins that we have in play. Disappointing. We might be able to count a couple of turns, maybe. Let's see. So we're going to spend both connections to the world mine to put in Jesse Alexander. We're going to use Jesse to shuffle a connection to the world mine back in and draw a card. And we get the connection to the world mine. So we will flip up. We are going to thwart. No, sorry, we're going to spend the helmet to do a light speed flight, which removes 3 threat. We are then going to thwart for 1, clearing the other threat, readying the helmet. We will spend the helmet to put in Hangar Bay. we will spend 2 cards to put in Pinpoint. Keep hold of a Lightspeed Flight. We will use Med Team to heal for 2. Now, I think because the main flipped, we're just going to try and Urk out and just try and get as many goblins as we can before we lose out. We're not going to win the game, but if we can get to a decent number of goblin minions, then it might be worthwhile. If not, we'll just reset. Spider-Man will punch for 2. Moon Girl will punch for 2. They will both leave play. I will exhaust Pinpoint and shuffle Moon Girl back in to the deck. So this is the other great thing. Although I want to use Pinpoint to get the height advantages back, I do have Moon Girl and Nick to try and dig through this deck. So if she can't return that, we can tend to trigger returning one of those 2 allies. So I don't get to draw. We've done that. So they both attacked for 2, so that's going to be 4. Damage on that one. That's going to be it. We'll keep hold of the Lightspeed Flight. We get Nick. Got 2 of the height advantages for next turn. So going to add 1, 2, 3 threat on because of the goblins. Green Goblin's going to attack 2, 3. We don't have force field projection, so, and then both of the others are going to attack for 1, so we are down to 3. We get an encounter card, which is an assault, so we will have to defend. Attacks, both the assaults got stuck together. Would attack for 2, we block 2. We should add 1 threat onto the main for the first attack. So we want to get Nick in, so we're going to spend 3 resources to add 1 with the helmet to bring in Nick. Nick is going to draw us 3 cards. We might not be able to even do Daredevil. So we will power in all of us to put in the Champion's Mobile Bunker. We'll use the Champion's Mobile Bunker. Yeah, discard those 2 because it's not going to get us what we need. We will use Daredevil to play height advantage because that is the kind of the point of this idea. Nick will attack for 2. No, sorry, Nick will thwart for 2. Again, it's all about just getting as many minions as we can now. The challenge doesn't actually require you to win the game either, which I know is a weird thing to do, or a weird thing to play towards. Pinpoint will thwart for 1. Yeah, it was on my turn that she exhausted to put Moon Girl back. Yeah, that's correct. So let's ready back up. We have another one. We have an energy barrier. So we're going to add 3 threat back on. Green Goblin is going to attack into Nick for 2. And put the Goblin Thrall engaged. So we're up to 4. So that will defeat Nick. We get an encounter card, which is another Goblin Thrall. So we're up to 5. 5 was all I managed on my practice game earlier, but sorry, these would all attack for 1. Before I go on to talk about that, every attack is reduced by 1, so we take no damage. So that was that before I forget about it. So yeah, I got to 5 earlier on my practice game, and I did get a victory on that one. I don't think we're going to manage it this time, but we're going to see if we can irk out a couple more minions before we go down. So we are going to use the helmet to do lightspeed flight and remove 3 threat. Sorry, at the beginning of our turn, we use pinpoint to shuffle that one back into our deck. That was the height advantage, which should mean that we get another one next turn. Unless we get unlucky with Champion's Mobile Bunker. We didn't, so that was not too bad. So yeah, we use the helmet for that. Let's play that one down. Do we have any mentals? We have Ever Vigilant, and that one is a mental. So I think we're only going to be able to draw 2 cards. We thwart for 1, which readies the helmet. We use the helmet, Ever Vigilant, and Miss Marvel to play Moon Girl. We're going to get to draw 2 cards. Because, sorry, Miss Marvel is a fist resource, so it is only 2. We will use a token to heal up 2, go up to 5. We will use the energy barrier to play height advantage again this turn. Moon Girl will punch for 2 onto this Thrall. And then we will spend Pot Shot and Strength to play in another med team. With 3 counters on it. So, ready everything back up. We are going to get another encounter card for this turn. We've got 2 cards. So yeah, we're going to add 5 threat on at the beginning of this turn. I don't know, maybe we can irk out, if we're lucky, a couple more minions. If we're lucky. Who knows? For another 3. Let's see what we get. We have Force Field Projection. We have an Ever Vigilant. We have another height advantage for next turn. So, Moon Girl should have 2 points of damage on her. Now, I was looking earlier at trying to get some more. Hand spasm. Trying to get some more by the same tokens because I do want to upgrade these basic tokens from the core set. At least some of my threat tokens are now starting to fall apart. They are starting to come away from themselves. I suppose hundreds of plays, that's to be expected. But yeah, on the list, something to get at some point. I should have maybe had a look to see if they had a Black Friday sale. I didn't think about it at the time. But not that Black Friday's much over this way, but it's got bigger in the last few years. So we are back on. So that's our card we have. So we have force field projection. Is that? That's just deal damage. So gets around guard. Yeah. So Green Goblin's going to attack us. We are not going to defend. Sorry. We are going to take the attack for. It's an attack. It gets +2 boost icons. So the attack's for 4. We're going to use an energy barrier token to reflect 1. Take him down to 9. Again, sorting out tokens. 5 threat on the main. We then use our helmet to do force field projection and put all of that damage onto Green Goblin. We are going to get our 2 encounter cards because, again, all of these have 1 attack and we have a height advantage at play. So none of them will actually damage us. First card is Caught Off Guard. We're going to get rid of Jesse because we can't afford to flip down anymore if we're going to try and earth out any more goblins. Our second card is another Goblin Thrall. So we do go up to 6. Broke the record of how many we had earlier on. So this one gets discarded, but we will use Pinpoint to shuffle it back in. We will use Champion's Mobile Bunker to draw 2 and discard 2. So we want to play that. Looking at Vigilant. And play that, but we can't do that. We could pot shot, but I'll just take out a goblin. So we will use that for a Vigilant. We will keep what doesn't kill me. Right, we will use a med counter from med team to heal up to 7. We are going to thwart for 1, bringing this down to 4. We are going to use a Genius to play Ever Vigilant to ready and remove another 2 threat. Moon Girl is going to punch this thrall, knock herself out. When we ready, no, sorry, not when we ready, we do that. We will punch for 1, which will ready the helmet. Use the helmet to pay for height advantage. So we're going to punch this thrall for 1. No, actually, we'll punch that goblin soldier so that they're all on 1 health. Not that it matters. I don't think we're going to go through too many more turns. Let's draw back up. So we do. Oh, we've got double height advantage, so we're going to lose 1 this turn through. Okay. So we are going to add 6 threat on, so we're up to 8. Goblin is going to attack us for 2 plus a flip for 4 damage total. We will ping 1 with energy barrier onto him and take 3. That will add another counter, so we're up to 9. So yeah, do we get a 7th? We get a Badoon Assassin, which is going to attack with +2. We reduce the amount by 1. So we take 2. We do go up to 7. So we have got up to 7 goblins. Yeah. Right. Let's see what we can do. Let's Champions Mobile Bunker. Pin down is a fist resource, so that might help us actually. So we can use both of those, use both of those. So we're going to have to discard energy, but I think we can clear out. Maybe we push on for the win with 7 goblins in play at 1 point. So that is that. This is going to leave. Pinpoint will shuffle it back in. So we will spend the helmet to height advantage. It's not, we're not going to clear enough threat. That's going to be it. But yeah, let's do it anyway. We will spend the helmet and the pins down. Still, what doesn't kill me to ready. Heal up 2. Did I actually punch? I didn't punch. We're not going to be able to remove enough threat. Yeah, this is going to end it. So we would have punched this thrall and cleared him. We would have readied and cleared the Badoon Assassin. We then spend, when we punch again, we ready the helmet. Him and Miss Marvel, still what doesn't kill me, to heal up another 2. and ready, and punch this Goblin Thrall, which takes us. We have 4 goblins in play, and that will end it at the beginning of our turn. So let's reset. I'm going to have another go at this. But we did have, for that one, 7 minions in play with us at one time. So let's have a quick reset. Two threat onto the main at the start. We do have one of those thralls in play at the start. Shuffle that. Back at 10. Right, so some shuffling. Let's have a quick look. I don't think anybody's actually joined us for this stream. It was a bit of a unexpected stream. I was going to do a video of this challenge, but sadly, I don't think we would have had time to edit it and get it up before the challenge ended. So, yeah, there are no comments. All right, one more go. And it just goes to show losing that main scheme is what really hurts in this one, like for this challenge, because you're trying to collect the goblins and you can get to so many before it just threats out automatically. But that wasn't bad. We got pinpoint out. We were doing pinpoint things with the height advantage to block all of the damage from the minions. So we were doing what the deck wants to do. So you can see some underused cards, at least they're not cards I ever see getting used on any streams, or I don't really see them in many deck builds. And it's nice to, when you have this collection, it's nice to get some cards out that aren't getting the playtime that maybe they deserve. Although maybe that's just me. I like to try and use the collection that we have. So Goblin goes back up to 16. Let's try this once again. 5, 6. So we're going to discard the helmet straight away because we're hoping, we would have drawn a 7th with that connection to the world mind. So we will then discard another 3. Get to draw 4 up. No major damage, but that'll be all right. So we will spend connection to the world mind to go and get our helmet. We put it into play because we spent a wild, and we're going to flip up. We have 2 of those to do 1 of those. We have 2 of those to do 1 of those. We hold on to both of those. We can do it with the helmet. So let's punch No, sorry. Let's spend the helmet and a Lightspeed Flight to put out a energy barrier. We will punch the Thrall for 1. That will ready the helmet. We spend the helmet and the Lightspeed Flight to Ever Vigilant to ready and remove the 2 threat from the main. We punch the Thrall for 1. And we'll hold on to our resources, hopefully getting something that we can play. Just tons of resources. So that is disappointing. Got nothing to even draw up, so we're going to play that. Yeah, poor turn, but let's see what happens. We're going to add 1 threat on. Goblin is going to attack us for 2, just for 2. We will take the 2. We add a, oh no, sorry, we will take 1. We do still add a threat because the plan was to energy barrier to take out this goblin before it attacks us. We get an encounter card, which is Advance. He's going to scheme for 1. And put it into play, engage with you. So we do only add 1 additional on, but we do get an additional encounter card because of the Badoon Grunt. That is Overconfidence. We don't want it to surge, so we are going to defend. And he attacks for 2. Put another grunt into play, so we are up to 3. We take no damage that time, so that's good. Right. So as I say, this is a pretty poor hand. We've got so many resources. We're going to use Power Protection to play Pinpoint. Pinpoint is going to thwart for 1. We are then going to discard Power in all of us. We're going to keep our 2 doubles. And that will literally be our turn because we had to defend. Right. So, ready up. Pinpoint takes 1 damage for the thwart. So, Green Goblin is going to attack us. We are going to take it. I don't know how Nick managed to get in there. Right. Attacks us for 3 and yeah, give the villain a tough. So we're going to take 2 of that. We add another threat, so 1 for the start of the phase and another 1. So we took 2 of the damage. We're going to reflect 1 onto this grunt. When the other grunt attacks us, we're going to reflect the other 1. So that will take the grunt out, and we take another damage down to 6. We will use Pinpoint to shuffle energy barrier back in. So we're going to use a double to play Champion's Mobile Bunker. We're going to exhaust Champion's Mobile Bunker and draw 2. And discard 2. So we want to get that out. We can get 2 uses of this. Although we could, what doesn't kill me, so Med Team and Pot Shot are going to get discarded. We are going to spend the helmet to do a height advantage. We are going to punch the tough off of Green Goblin. We ready the helmet. We're then going to spend a fist with that and overpay with Genius to what doesn't kill me. Healing 2. Readying, and we're going to punch the Badoon Grunt. So back up to 8. Let's see what we get. Should have maybe removed some threat instead of doing punches there. We get to draw another one. Do get Moon Girl. But again, I think we're not going to get the maximum value out there. Right, we had one more threat on. We're up to 5. Green Goblin is going to attack us, so we're going to go up to 6. He attacks us for this is going to get shuffled back, so he's going to attack us for 4. We add a threat onto the main. He attacks us for 3 because we have height advantage. But then the Badoon Grunt attacks us for 1, so we do still take a total of 4 damage. So let's go down to 4. That was both attacks. We have nothing else to do. We have an encounter card. We add one threat on. We get Goblin Reinforcements with 2 threat on it. So, start of our turn. Height advantage is going to get shuffled back in with Pinpoint. So we do that. We're going to Champion's Mobile Bunker. Drawing 2. What do we have? So get rid of Jesse. We'll get rid of Unleash the Nova Force. I think that will be fine because we spend 2 mentals and the helmet to bring in Moon Girl, which will draw us 3 cards. Moon Girl will thwart the side scheme and see if we get any more goblins. We are going to have to thwart the main. Oh, sorry. Place 1 additional threat here for each. Yeah, so this gains goblins, so should have. Again, I'm getting the wrong side scheme. So she's going to remove 2 from the main. So she is still thwarted. We just had the wrong side scheme. We will. So we have Daredevil. Try and keep hold of that. We're going to try and play that. So we will. We're going to get rid of the grunt because it's got 2 attack, and we don't really want to be taking more damage than we have to at the minute. That will ready the helmet. We are going to play energy barrier with the strength. We will use the helmet to and Miss Marvel to play Daredevil. Daredevil is going to punch for 1. Yeah, we don't want to take the 2 damage. So we have all that. We're not going to play height advantage. We're going to keep hold of it because there are currently no minions out. And I think Moon Girl will take this attack. So let's draw another 3. We could get Med Team out. Yeah, that's good. So we add 1 threat on. Up to 5. Goblin is going to attack us for 2, 3, 4. I did just say Moon Girl was taking the attack. So she is going to be discarded, but Pinpoint will shuffle it back in. We get 2 encounter cards. So let's see. We have a Goblin Thrall. We have a Badoon Assassin. So the Assassin will attack us. We'll take 2 and we'll put 1 on the Thrall. We are back on 3. So, oh, actually, we won't take the 2. We won't put the 1 on there because we will do that to force field projection and deal 3 to Goblin from the Badoon Assassin's attack. So, we are going to use Champion's Mobile Bunker. Double Ever Vigilant. So let's get rid of 1 and the Med Team. We'll thwart for 1. We will Ever Vigilant to ready and remove 2 threat. We readied the helmet when we did that. So 3 threat total taken off. We'll use that to do Pot Shot, deal 4 damage to Goblin. Oh. Got it. Do we need to get the charger out? Yeah, I might have to get the charger out because that's going to die. So we will thwart for another one. Which will ready the helmet. We'll then spend the helmet. We use the Champion's Metal Bunker. We'll spend the helmet to put in height advantage. Let me grab the charger. So right. So sorry about that. Let's draw up. We do get another height advantage ready for next turn, and we get hang at bay. So, although I just realised we can't pot shot Goblin because the Thrall has guards, so we're going to have to pot shot the Thrall. Right. Oh. Right. Drawn up. We have one threat back on. We've managed to get the threat back under control. Green Goblin is going to attack us for 2+ a flip. We put the Thrall into play. So he attacks us for 2. It's reduced to 1. We're going to energy barrier to ping that back to him because we can do that. Both of these attack us, and it's blocked by height advantage. Actually, Daredevil will defend against the Thrall and put damage from himself back onto the Thrall. So, 2 encounter cards. First one, we have Shadows of the Past. So we have Warbringer. And we have Bring the War. For so that's got some discard. Let's get those shuffled in. That's our other encounter card. So we're up to 4 because even Warbringer gets the Goblin trait. He has no. Yeah, he has no quick strike or anything. So this one, we discard cards from the top of our deck. Oh no, sorry, we don't. We discard cards that we control with a printed wild. We don't have any that we control with a printed wild. So 2 threat is on that one, but it does get us another bad card every turn, which might not be too bad if we're pushing for additional goblins to come out. So we're up to 4. Our other bad card was Hysteria. So we attach it to Goblin, and he gets 1 additional boost card, unless we get rid of it. We might have to. I can't afford to take a ton of damage. So shuffle the rest of this in. We also can't particularly afford to flip down. Let's have a look. Let's see what we get. So first of all, this will be discarded. Pinpoint will shuffle it back in. We will draw 2 cards with Champion's Mobile Bunker. Oh, now we get pins down, which isn't bad. We want both of those. And hopefully a what doesn't kill me. But can we play everything? Probably not. So let's discard 2. Let's add pin down to Warbringer. We can spend that to put height advantage out for this next turn. Yeah, so we then punch for 1, which will ready that. We'll do that on Warbringer. No, we won't. We'll do it on the guard, because Warbringer's not important at the minute. We'll then spend this and pot shot to what doesn't kill me, to ready, heal for 2. We will take out the Goblin Thrall, just so that there isn't guard out on the table. And that will ready the helmet. We'll use the helmet to play Hangar Bay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get Moon Girl. Okay. Ready everything back up. So we do have a what doesn't kill me, so we potentially have a ready in hand. So Green Goblin is going to attack us with 2 boosts, so we are going to defend. It's attacking for 2. Put the Goblin Soldier into play. He attacks for 4. Reduce to 3, reduce to 1. We will Energy Barrier 1 onto him. Badoon Assassin will attack us. Goblin Soldier will attack us. Both reduced to 0. When Warbringer goes to attack us, Daredevil will defend and move 1 damage onto Warbringer. And then we use Hangar Bay to ready Daredevil. So let's use Champion's Mobile Bunker. We draw 1. Hang on, did we do? We only did the attacks. We only did the attacks, so in such a rush. So hang on. First of all, we got that. That was the attack. That was the attack. We then get 3 encounter cards. So War Delivery. Now which war? This one. So we spend a wild and they don't attack us. We then have Caught Off Guard. So we will so this would be discarded. We would put it into our deck along with that one. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter because pinpoint will do that. No, actually, we wouldn't do that with pinpoint because we are one card away. So we just discard that. That was caught off guard. And then we have Wicked Ambitions. He is still only on stage 1, so Monster comes out. Yeah, Monster comes out. Right. So now that's done. So now we draw that card. We finish shuffling. We are up to 5 minions now. 5 goblins, sorry. 4 minions, but 5 goblins in total. Oh, rushing through and I'm making mistakes now. So we draw one, we draw another one. So we want to do that. I think we have to get rid of both of those. So then we play Moon Girl, draw 3 cards because we paid with all mentals. Right, let's spend 2 to what doesn't kill me. Heal up to 8 and ready. Moon Girl is going to thwart this side scheme and get rid of it. No, because we want more minions. She's going to attack Monster for 2. Do we put him into play or do we reveal him? Sorry. We put Monster into play with us so we aren't stunned because we don't reveal him. So Moon Girl punched Monster. Daredevil is going to thwart 2, take 2 damage to clear off the main. We are going to punch Monster for 1. Yeah, punch Monster for 1, which will ready the helmet. So we'll then spend the helmet and Spider-Man to Ever Vigilant. We'll remove 2 threat off of this side scheme. And ready, we will punch Monster for another 1. Putting 4 damage onto him in total. Ready's the helmet. Helmet to play height advantage. So we are up to 5. Let's draw up. We've managed to get our healing back. So and we've got another height advantage for next turn. So let's ready back up. We go on to the villain phase. We add one threat onto the main. And now is when we should have one encounter card because of decking out. I am remembering everything, I'm just forgetting it in the correct order, unfortunately. So, Green Goblin is going to attack us. We're going to put Moon Girl in front of it. It attacks us for... He gets a tough and he attacks for 4. So, Moon Girl is defeated. And he gets a tough. We then get an additional 1, 2, 3 encounter cards. This one is War Been Rough. Is that the one that we've just done? Hand control and discard pile. So we have none that we control. We have no wilds in hand. We have 1, 2 in the discard pile. So we discard 2 cards. 2 more minions. So that was that one. We get Thrall, so that takes us up to 6. We get a Gang Up, so he is going to attack us again with double boost. So we will defend. So he attacks for 2. It's +2 boost icons, so 3 additional, so 5 total. Reduced by 1 to 4. We defended for 2. We will energy barrier 1 onto monster. Hang on, we didn't even take the monster attack. Right, so sorry, monster would have hit us for 3 that first time. Reduced everything down. We take 1. We added a threat on that time. Yeah, we didn't do the minions, so what have I just done? I know what I've done. Daredevil, I do apologise for this. I completely missed a step. I'm having to go back. So Daredevil would have defended against Warbringer and put 1 damage onto monster the first time around. These 2 get cancelled. This one wasn't in play. Monster attacks for 3. We took the 3. When Green Goblin attacked us, we put one of our counters onto monster to defeat him. So he is going to go. Hangar Bay would have allowed Daredevil to ready again. So that when these all attack again, these are cancelled out by height advantage, and Daredevil will move 1 onto the Thrall because it's got guard. Final card, we have a Badoon Grunt. So that has 2 attack, but it is fine. Right. So we are back up to 6. Sorry about that. I completely missed a couple of stages there, and that completely messed us up. So first of all, we're going to Champions Mobile Bunker. This one gets, hang on. This one gets discarded. We do pinpoint again. I'm trying to rush through this, and I'm making so many mistakes now. So shuffle that in. So we have our 5 cards. We draw 2 from Champions Mobile Bunker. We've got all of our pot shots. We've got Nick. I think we're actually going to have to lose 2 pot shots. Sorry, just 1 pot shot. And Unleash Nova Force. So we're going to spend 1. We need to keep hold of that. Yeah, we're going to lose all the pot shots anyway. To bring in Nick. Nick will draw us 3 cards. So Nick will punch the... sorry, I've got to that stage where I'm now trying to think and I'm not talking as much. Which isn't great while I'm streaming. So Nick punches the guard just to get rid of him. There's nothing I can do about any of that. We will play height advantage. Using power of protection. And yeah, that'll be fine. So, ready back up. We're going to keep both of these. Drop 3. We have got a way of removing some threat next turn. So, we had 1 threat on. Goblin is going to attack us with 2 boosts. We can cancel 3, but it could still be bad. Let's just take it. So he attacks for 3, and then what's this boost? Put Goblin Nation. Oh, I think that kills us. Yeah, put Goblin Nation into play. He attacks us for now 4. We can use the helmet to force field projection to put 3 damage onto someone. Onto the Goblin Soldier. Let's do that. And how many threats that got on it? 2 threat. Maybe that doesn't kill us. I think we might be okay just... So, this one now attacks for 1. Daredevil will defend. He will take 1 damage, and then he'll move the 1 damage onto Warbringer. Nick will defend the Badoon Grunt, as that's now attacking for 3. And he leaves play. Both of these are going to attack for 2 apiece, so I'm going to take 2 damage. And then we get 3 encounter cards. So we get another Goblin Reinforcements, and that's each Goblin in play. So 5/7 threat on it. We then get Badoon Warlord, and we get I See You, which now will kill me. So he is going to attack. We are going to have to defend. He's attacking for 3 plus Goblin Soldier comes into play. We're now up to 7. And 4. So 4 reduced down by 1. 3 reduced down by 2. So we're on 1 health. Oh, so that was painful. Right, let's draw 2 cards and discard 2. We've got double what doesn't kill me, but we have we're going to have to get rid of those 2. This leaves again, because it might depend on what we draw. So start of our turn, this leaves play. She's going to shuffle it back in. At least the camera hasn't frozen today, so that's one good thing. So now we use Champion's Mobile Bunker. We draw 2. We do still get what doesn't kill me. So we get rid of Jessie and one of those. We are going to spend 2 to what doesn't kill me, using the power of all of us as the fist. So we heal 2. Be ready. We can thwart 1 off the main. We didn't get another aerial, so yeah, I think we're still going to end this game as well. So we would ready that. We would light speed flight, which will clear this one. So they haven't got +1 attack. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in play with us. When it goes on to their turn, they're going to add 1 threat on, and then he will attack us. We might as well play through it in case any of the boosts give us another goblin. We could get up to the 8 mark, which is kind of what I was going for. I thought I might be able to get 8 with this deck. Yeah, we have no defensive capabilities. So he is going to attack us for 2. We're going to have to defend. Put the Goblin Soldier into play. So we do go up to 8. Yeah, we go up to 8, but then that's going to be it. So we're going to get absolutely dunked on. Because what was that? That was 0. So we would block all that damage. Daredevil would defend this one ready, put damage on this one, defend, and then defend again on this one and put second damage on this one. So I'll take that one out. That one's doing nothing, and then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I suppose we would put pinpoint in front of this one, which means that we lose her. Then both of these attack for 1. So we do survive that first round. We then get 4 encounter cards. First one is a Goblin Thrall. The second one is a Goblin Soldier. So we're now on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Before the next card was an Assault, which will end us because we have nothing that can defend. And he attacks for put that one into play. He still attacks for 2, which kills us. So at the end, 3, 6, 9, we do have 10. So we did get a couple by playing through the villain phase. We end up with 10 goblins out, but we are dead. So I'm not going to reset again. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. We've had a couple of games. I did get my victory earlier. I'm disappointed that I'm not going to get a victory on camera tonight, but we will share this to the group with our 2 results from these 2 games. The final card was War Delivery, which it didn't matter. We were already dead by that point. Yeah. Right, well, thank you very much if you have watched this, if you have watched this through. This is a fun challenge. It is doable, as I say. I did win a game earlier, whereas I got up to 5 minions out. And I did do an Unleash the Nova Force turn and just cleared the board and finished off Goblin. Yeah, it's a fun challenge. Thank you to, as I say, what was it? No Feet McGee, I think it was, that came up with the challenge. Thank you to Nelson and the guys over at the other admins at the Living Card Gamer Discord. Please go and check them out. Come join us on the Discord because there is a lot of fun. There's some really good discussions, and I'm hoping that we're going to have some more fun monthly challenges going forward. There is an archive on there of all the old monthly challenges if you ever want to go back and just see how you would have done. But until next time, happy gaming.